Welcome to Pouches and More, and today we'll prepare this pouch. It's got a tiny pocket in the front with a swivel clasp. We can keep our keys in this. It's got a center main pocket. This is how it looks. It's got a card pocket as well as a cash pocket and a zipper pocket where we can keep our coins. This is how it looks from inside. It's completely lined. It's got divided pocket and a zipper pocket. It's also got a wristlet, so you can hold it comfortably. Let's check out the materials required to make this pouch. We require 2 pieces of denim fabric. They have been fused with interfacing and these measure 10.5 by 6 1/4 inches. We require 2 pieces of fabric, one lining and one false leather, and they both measure 4.5 by 3.5. One piece of lining fabric, that is for the swivel clasp, and this measures 4 inches by 2 inches. So this is for the main body. We'll have 2 sides, so we'll be telling the A side and the B side. The A side pocket, we have a lining fabric that is fused with interfacing, and this measures 6 1/4 by 10.5. Another piece of lining fabric, this measures 8 into 10.5 and it has been fused half. So only half we have fused it. This is for the pocket. This is the A side and this is the pocket. For the B side, we have got one piece of lining fabric fused with interfacing measuring 8 by 4, one piece of lining fabric fused with interfacing measuring 8 by 2 1/4, 2 pieces again fused with interfacing measuring 6 1/4 by 1 3/4, 2 pieces of brown lining fabric, and this one measures 8 by 4 and another measures 8 by 5 inches. So this is for the B side that we will be preparing. Next, we require one piece of lining fabric measuring 2 inches by 2 inches. This is for the zip tab. A false leather piece of fabric measuring 2 inches by 2 inches. Again, this is for the D-ring. And another false leather piece of fabric measuring 2 inches by 12 inches, and this is for the wristlet. We'll also be requiring 8-inch long zip and a 16-inch long zip. We require one D-ring and 2 swivel clasps. So these are all the materials required to make this pouch. So first we'll prepare the A side lining. So for that we'll just take this fabric. It has been fused half with interfacing and we're just going to fold it on the wrong side. So the wrong sides are together. We'll place it on the bottom of the lining fabric like this, and we need to stitch this on 3 sides. We'll be preparing the divided pocket on this. So for that we'll prepare a pocket, one side measuring 4 inches. We'll just make a marking on top 4 inches and below 4 inches, and we'll join this. So this is where we'll be making the line for the divided pocket. We'll have to make a stitch on this line. This is for the divided pocket. There's a card pocket and a cash pocket. So we'll stitch this. Now the upper part also has to be equal. So we have taken 3 inches. So just measure whether it is 3 inches. Both the sides should be 3 inches. Now we'll stitch the 3 parts. So our side A is done. We have got the 2 pockets ready. This is how it will be looking. Now for the B side, these are the materials. So first we'll take only the main, that is these 2 pieces along with the zip. This right side is facing up and the slider will be facing down of the zip. We're just going to align it and clip the entire thing. Next we'll take the lining fabric, right side will be facing down, align it from the side and the top and again clip it. So here we're going to make a straight stitch over here. Right sides are together and the zip is in between. This is done. We're just going to open it, hand press the entire thing, make a top stitch. The lining fabric, there's a brown fabric here, measures 8 inches by 4 inches. So we'll just make a top stitch on this. Our top stitch is done. Now we'll take the upper part and we're going to put it right side down. Align it from the side and align it to the other side of the zip. This is done on one side. Here we have got the main fabrics. The other side we just flip it over, and the lining fabric, that is the brown fabric, this measures 8 inches by 5 inches. The right side will be facing down. This is the right side and it will be facing down. Align it from the side and the other side of the zip. So here the lining fabrics are together and the other side the main fabrics are together. We'll be making a stitch. So our stitch is done. Now we are going to open only the main fabric and the seams will be pressing it on towards the main fabric. So the lining fabric will be as it is. We won't be opening it or folding it. Only the main fabric will hand press it. The seams will be towards the main fabric, and we need to make a top stitch on this. So only the lining fabric is down as it is, and this is the right side, and only the main fabric will be hand pressed, and we'll make a top stitch on the main fabric along with the seams. So that is done. We have to cut the extra fabric. Now for the sides we are just going to place them like this, right sides together, clip them. We'll do that for the other side also. Flip the right sides together, pull the slider inside, put the right sides together and clip the entire thing. Now we need to make a stitch on both of these. We'll cut the side as the metal will come in between while stitching. So this is done. Now we'll push the seams towards the side fabrics and make a top stitch. We'll be doing this for both the sides. We'll have to make a top stitch on both the side fabrics. So our side B and side A pocket is done, and this is how the zipper pocket will be looking from inside. It's completely lined and enclosed. So as of now we'll just keep these fabrics aside. Now we'll take the main fabric. Now on the main fabric we need to make one corner curved. So we're just going to turn it over and we'll take a marking of 1.5 inches on both the sides corner. One corner we're going to take a marking of 1.5 inches. This is the 1.5 inch marking, and we are going to curve this. We're going to join these two marks and curve it. It's going to be slightly curved. Now on the opposite corner we are going to make a marking of half inch. This is for a box that we'll be making. So this is the box that we'll be making, the half inch and half inch. We'll just take a scale and box the corner. So this is on the opposite corner of the curved marking. Once this is done, we'll cut this. We'll cut both these corner and boxing. So it's cut, only one side of the main fabric is done. We'll be doing this for the other side also. We'll be placing it wrong sides together and then we'll be cutting it. We'll have to do this on the lining pieces also. Both A side and B side we'll have to do this. So we'll put the right sides together of the lining fabric. Right sides will have to be together, and then we are going to place the main fabric on the lining fabric and cut the lining fabric also. So we'll be doing this for all. We have cut all of them, and this is how they will be looking when they are cut. One side is curved and the other side is boxed. Now we need to make the outer pocket for the main fabric. So we'll take so first we'll prepare the swivel clasp. For that we have folded this in half and the raw edges to the center. We'll be making 2 stitches on both the sides. This is for the swivel clasp. So that is done. We are going to insert this into the D-ring of the swivel clasp like this. And we'll have to make a stitch on this also. Now the right sides of the false leather and the lining fabric are together. The right sides are together. We'll have to stitch this all around. So this is the opening that we'll be leaving for turning it over. Now we'll have to put the swivel clasp tab inside before stitching this. So the opening will be in the bottom side and the swivel clasp will be on the upper side. So we're just going to fix this like this. This is on the right side of the fabric. We'll be attaching the swivel clasp, that is, it will be sandwiched in between both the lining fabric and the main fabric, and we'll stitch all around, leaving the gap in between over here. This is done. We need to turn it over. We'll just cut the corners. So now we'll turn this over. Our pocket is ready. We have made a center marking. The opening is down below. We have made a center marking on the main fabric also. So we'll place the pocket. The swivel clasp is inside the tab with the swivel clasp, and we'll place it like this around 2 inches. We'll be leaving from below, and we'll make a stitch on 3 sides. So this is how our outer pocket will be looking. It's done. Now we'll prepare the zip tab. For that we have taken this fabric, we just folded it in half, got the raw edges to the center. Now we'll insert the raw end of the zip inside. This is the other side of the slider, and we're going to make a stitch on this. Now for the D-ring tab, we are going to, this is for the D-ring, we are going to again fold the fabric in center, get the raw edges to the center like this, and again fold it. We'll have to make a stitch on this both sides. We'll be doing the same thing for our swivel clasp also. This is for the wristlet. We'll do the same thing, that is, fold it in half, get the raw edges to the center, and again fold it. So now we'll fold it again, and we'll clip the entire thing. So now in the swivel clasp, we are not going to, the wristlet we are not going to stitch entire, only till here, around 3 inches we will be leaving from either side, and then we'll make a stitch on both the sides for the wristlet. Now we are going to stitch all 3 of them. So this is done, ready. Our zip tab is done. We'll cut the extra. We'll insert this into the D-ring like this, and we need to make a stitch. Now for the swivel clasp, we are going to insert this into the D-ring of the swivel clasp. So we have done this only in the center, the sides we have left. We'll insert this into the D-ring of the swivel clasp, and we are going to open both the sides. So both the sides we will be flattening and putting the right sides together. Both sides, right sides will be together. We need to make a stitch on this. This is for the wristlet that we will be preparing. And I will make a simple straight stitch on this as well as on the D-ring. And we are cutting the extra. Now once the wristlet is done, we are going to open the seams, press open the seams, and repeat what we did for the entire thing, that is, fold both sides and fold the center, and again make another fold, and we will stitch the entire part. We will complete the swivel clasp. This is done. I will pull the swivel clasp to one side, and we are going to make a stitch. stitch, that is to hold the swivel clasp. Now from both the corners of the main fabric, we are going to make a marking of 3/4 inches. This is on the curved side. We are going to attach the zip over here, so we are going to make on either side, we are going to make a marking of 3/4 inches. And we are going to measure the length that is left. So we require this length of zip. This is the length of the zip that we require. So we'll measure till the 3/4 inch marking and we get around 14 and quarter. Now from the tab that we prepared, zip tab, we'll make a marking till 14 and quarter. So this is the length of the zip that we require. Now we'll pull the slider inside this marking and we'll fold the zipper tape like this on the wrong side, and we're just going to pin it. We'll be doing that for the other side of the zipper tape also. On the marking, we're just going to fold it on the wrong side and we are going to pin it. We need to make a stitch on this folded mark. We need to make a stitch on this folded side on both. So this is done. We'll just cut the extra. Now right side is facing up. We'll place the slider side facing down, and from the 3/4 inch mark we'll attach the zip. So we're just going to place it like this, align it and clip the entire thing till the 3/4 inch marking. When you reach the corner, since it is curved, we'll make small cuts on the zipper tape so that it aligns neatly with the curved edge. So it's just small cuts that we will be doing on the zipper tape, and we'll again clip the entire thing. We are going to do this till the 3/4 inch marking and we'll make a stitch all around. Now this is done. Before we attach the lining, we are going to attach the D-ring. So on this side, that is the corner side, we are going to attach the D-ring, right side facing up on the main fabric. We have attached the D-ring. Now we'll attach the lining fabric. So we've taken the A side and we'll be putting it right side facing down. We'll just open the entire zip, align it from the side and clip the entire lining fabric also. I will make a stitch all around. This 3/4 marking that we have done, we are not going to stitch over there. Rest whole thing will be stitching. So the whole thing is done. Now on this curved part, we are going to make small cuts and we are going to turn the whole thing. Now we are going to turn the whole thing to the right side. We need to make a top stitch. So for that we need the right side up. Now from here we'll be making a top stitch only till here. So both the 3/4 inches on both sides we are going to leave. So the top stitch is done. Now we need to attach the other main fabric. So we are going to take the main fabric. Right side will be facing down, so right sides are together. Align from the side and align from the other side of the zipper and clip the entire thing. this is how it will be looking. We have clipped the entire thing. This is the other side of the zipper tape. Now that is done. Our right side is stitched. Now for the lining fabric, we'll just put it together like this. So here the right sides of the main fabric are together. So lining fabric, we'll be putting it on the other side, right sides together. Right sides will be together of the lining fabric. Align it and clip the entire thing. Now we'll stitch this part. Again leaving 3/4, stitch the whole thing. So finish stitching, again cut the corners and turn the whole thing. Now turned it, we'll make a top stitch. So our top stitch is also done and it's completely ready. Now we'll put the right sides of the main fabric together like this. The corners that we have cut, we'll align it neatly and clip it. So right sides main fabric is done. Now for the lining fabric, we'll just get the lining fabrics together. We'll close the zipper half till the turn, and now we'll get the lining fabrics main sides together. So lining fabrics also, corners have come together. This is how it will look from the side. One side we have got the lining fabric right sides together, and one side the main fabric right sides are together. Now we'll clip the entire thing of the lining fabric also. Now once we reach this corner, that is where the zip ends, we are just going to flatten the seams like this, hand press the seams and get them together, and we are going to clip them. So now we'll start stitching from here. This is the 3/4 mark of the tab, near the tab. This is the reason why we did not stitch it. We are going to stitch from the main fabric side. So this is the main fabric side. We are going to put them together like this, and from here we'll have to, the lining fabric we are going to move it out of the way, and from here we'll start stitching. From here we'll have to start stitch right till the boxing. We'll take it right till the corner and then continue stitching. So from here again we'll continue. We'll go right till the lining side, and we'll be doing the same thing over here also. Take it right to the corner and then to this fold, and we will stitch only the lining part. So that is the reason we haven't stitched this. We'll be stitching it separately. So we start stitching from the main fabric side. This is how it will be looking. So stitch entirely. Now in the lining fabric side, we'll stitch entirely, but we'll leave an opening, that is for turning it over. So over here we'll be leaving an opening, that is to turn over the entire pouch once it's stitched. So this is completely done. Now we'll just flatten the seams. So we're just going to hand press the seams on the entire pouch. We're going to hand press the seams like this. Now from this opening we will turn the pouch to pouch is turned to the wrong side. Now from the opening we are going to get the boxing, that is the boxed corners outside. This is of the lining fabric. The box corners we have just flattened it like this. We will do that for the main fabric also, and this is we are going to do this before stitching the opening. So the lining fabric and the main fabric we have flattened the box corners, boxing. The square that we left, we have flattened it like this, and we are just going to clip it. We are going to make a stitch on this, that is because it will hold the pocket neatly. So we have done a stitch and we are going to push it inside neatly, and this is how the corner will be looking from outside. So it gives a neat finish. Now we just have to stitch this opening. We're just going to hand stitch the opening. As of now we will clip it, then we will just hand stitch the entire opening. So we need to stitch over here. Now we have stitched, and this is how the pouch will be looking. It's completed, and the inside of the pouch will also be looking like this. This is zipper pocket and the two divided pockets, they are all complete. I will attach the wristlet also. This is how the outside pocket also will be looking. We will attach the wristlet. So our pouch is entirely done. It is simple to make. Please do try this. Thanks for watching. Bye.